Hi everyone, my name's Tash from Heart and Design. Here I'm going to do a very quick tutorial of pastels, soft pastels, sunshine. So I do a range of learn to draw sheets. This is what the sunshine one would have looked like, but it would have been an A4 piece, and it takes you through step by step on how to draw. So that might be something you're interested in. Then they're available on Patreon or on my website. All the links are below. Let's get colouring with pastels then. So I'll move it out of the way because we don't really need that anymore, because you can colour it in however you want to colour it in. I have pan pastels here, which I'm starting off with as the main sunshine colour in the middle. So these are available on most art stores if you're not sure what they are. I will do maybe another separate video on soft pastel supplies, but to be honest, there's so many out there. Just go and have a Google. So that's the main part of the sun coloured in. I'm going to keep that to that yellow mainly. I will just pop a little bit of like this dusty orange in as well, just to the side, to give it a bit of 3D life. There we go. Because what I want to do with these drawings is to show you first of all how to draw that flat drawing, but then also how to bring it to life. And the colour really does bring things to life. So there it looks like a proper sunshine, 3D and round now because we've put some shadow in, some shading. Okay, let's move on to my pastel pencils. So I also have here today some pastel pencils. Oh, and the brushes I'm using, by the way, they're just brushes from a makeup brush set, but they're really, really easy to use with pastels, and they blend really nicely. Love it. And they are much cheaper than the official kind of soft pastel tools that are used for blending. I'm going to get some orangey colours now. I'm just thinking what I want. Okay, so yeah, we'll go for those. That is kind of red, but can be for around the edges maybe. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to go in with a nice light orange. Now the pastel pencils are great for the details when you want to do finer details. Now I am going in quite carefully. Remember, this isn't blended in yet. Notice there that I moved the paper around. I'm not trying to move my hand around. You know it's drawn down, you know exactly where you need to go, so you don't need to be doing that. Just turn the paper. Much easier. Seems like a simple tip, but you'd be surprised that you don't realise you're doing it and you're kind of wrenching your arm around. I've been there. Okay. Just going around now. Just putting one light layer down. Now I'm using pastel matte paper. You can use any kind of pastel, soft pastel paper you like, but it will need to be soft pastel paper. I will soon be adding to my website a whole range of papers for you to try things out. You just be able to buy them a few sheets at a time whilst you're deciding what mediums you like to use. There we are. So we've now got our lovely orange shape in. Now I've got these little applicators. They're just eyeshadow applicators, but I'm just going to use them to smudge that orange in. Sorry about the outside noise. It's such a beautiful day today, and I've got my door open here, but there is building work going on nearby, so I do apologise for that. I really don't want to have to shut the door, but if it gets too noisy, I will. They are converting a hotel that's behind me, an ex-hotel. It's been abandoned for a while now. I live by the sea, and it's being converted into small apartment units to help with the housing crisis in our town, as it's yeah, it's not great at the moment, especially for young people just trying to start out. There's not much out there, and it's very expensive because we're a holiday town and we have a lot of second home ownership, etc, etc. So yeah, there's a lot of building work going on over there, but I am looking forward to seeing it done. I know there's been a bit of what can I say? What could I call it? There's been some people not really agreeing with what's being done in that building and that it should be a hotel again, but I actually think providing houses for our local people and people that work in our hotels is pretty important. Okay, so now I put a darker orange in around the middle, so it gives us that sense of 3D, of shape. Can you see that? And then what you can do is you can keep blending that up if you want to make them look fiery, so that the colour is blended in all the way up. So, I mean, to be honest, I had no plan of how I was going to go about this, and I think it's good for you all to see just how an artist would think about what they're doing and the process. So I'm pretty much playing. I am making it up as I go, but I am loving every minute. Okay, so we've done so you can see the difference. Like, this one is definitely like a flat image, and now we're building up something that has shape and form. So now for the background, I know it's not on the picture, but I might just go in with something else that's even lighter, just to really emphasize those fiery points. And even there with that lighter yellow, they are starting to disappear a little bit, so I'm going to have to be careful. I might have to go back in and bring them back into life again. So again, I'm moving my paper around to fill in those spaces, and I'm just putting a light layer on because I will smudge it in a bit with my brush or my applicator. I'm not worrying too much where it's actually going. Like with coloured pencils, of course it will only go where you put it, but with pastels, once you start blending it in, you can push it around to where you need it to go. All art mediums have their own pros and cons, and the thing I like about pastels is that as you lay it down, you get to smudge it about and move it about, and you can see after putting one layer down if you like it or not, and anything else you want to do to change it. And don't worry if you go past that edge as well, like I did just there, because we will come back and do that after. So yeah, we'll get this, and I think what we'll do, no, not that one, this one, we might just come in with an extra layer, kind of going up and down the side of those orange, and then that will define it even more. I think what I'll do is I'll put the yellow closer to the middle. Yeah, I like that. And then again, the colours coming from really hot to really cool. I'm going to come back in with my orange because it has disappeared, because there's that colour pushing it into the background. So just coming in with a bit more is fine. Keep moving your paper. Okay, that's done. What we need to do is get a bit more of that yellow and just put more there where it seems to have been left out. There we go. Good, happy with that. Right, so now we're going to do another layer around the edge. I think we will go in with this. Completely different colour. It's more of a red. But we are obviously doing a sun, so we only really want to see orange, yellows and reds and colours like that. So just working my way around. We need, maybe like a really dark orange. Let's have a look at this one. This is like a browny orange. Can you see that? Let's try that one. So I haven't drawn it in, but as you can see from this image, there's like little bumps all the way around. So we could do that with brown. What I'm going to do is just get some of the bumps down, and then I will go in and define them afterwards. Now, I purposefully don't put music on these because I think if you decide to follow along with me, you can then play your own music but still hear me talking. But normally when I'm doing art, I like to have some music in the background, depending on what mood I'm in. Sometimes it's quiet and relaxing, and sometimes it's more upbeat. Just depends on how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. Okay. Now this is a bit where I think it's your decision whether you want to put it on or not. Yeah, it's just an extra bit. You don't have to. I'm going around quickly now just to try and finish off for you. You don't want to sit there watching me do that. And I do just think it gives it a nice extra little lift. Now what I would do, I would go in with my applicator or a small brush. Find the right one. I need a little dilly one, and just go around and just dust it out a bit. But be careful because it could smudge it more and ruin the shapes that you've got. So be careful when you go in and do that. You can see it's not focusing, is it? It's fine. So we go around, just kind of blend them in so we're not seeing too much of that white underneath. Now what we can do with another colour is maybe to come in, I think I'm going to choose red, like a red, and just define the shapes of those outside bubbles, the outside bubbles there. I'm just going to go around the edges, and it just brings it to life a bit more. And also maybe in here bring some definition into the flames. Now honestly that you could keep going with this. Now these are just nice little activities for cards, if you're making greetings cards, or if you don't forget you can use your fingers sometimes as well, or if you're a journaler, you could do this in your journal, sketchbook, whatever it is that you do. These little activities that I've started are really good just for those types of things. They're quick, they're short, and they look nice when they're done. So we've gone from that image to this image, which is obviously slightly more arty. You could still go in and draw like the separate lines in there. You could use another pastel pencil to go in and draw them. You could keep adding things and adding colour, adding decoration as you go. Just depends on what you want and how you want it to look. And again, of course, the face, if you wanted to put the face in, you could. I would recommend maybe using a pen rather than pastel, because the pastel will be a bit smudgy, but we'll give it a try. There we go. Sleepy eyes and a smiley mouth. There you go. Okay, so that's it for today. That was the sunshine one from the summer pack. If you go on to either my website or Patreon, you'll find the summer pack there. You can download the individual sheets on my website for a one-time fee, or you can get the whole pack as part of a monthly subscription on Patreon, and each month a new pack comes out. It just gives you sort of inspiration for something to springboard from. So I hope you enjoyed that. Links are all below. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you hear about any new videos coming out. I'm always putting videos out there, so keep up to date with me, guys. I hope you